Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is such a fun video game. But let me just say this, it's not a perfect video game by any means. It has a mix of both pros and cons. Isn't that right, Professor Pikachu?
I don't like Dragon Ball Z games.
What? You don't like Dragon Ball Z? Well, you're a noob. Get out of here, you. I have so many lamos in my life. Ugh. Enjoy the review. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is literally a dream come true when it comes to Dragon Ball Z fans. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is an open world sandbox game where you can explore massive areas, find items, and level up, and go through the massive story of Dragon Ball Z. But the game is not perfect by any means. This is a great game, don't get me wrong, but there are some pros and cons, and I'll discuss both of them in this video game review here today. The game is very impressive, but the things that really irk me about this video game is how the subquests are necessary to level up even further. And not only that, leveling up in this video game has its issues, so I'll discuss this in this review here today. But besides that, the video game is really good. Going through massive areas and finding items is truly amazing. Catching fish to increase your health is just so cool. And surprisingly, the combat system in this game is really amazing. I'd actually give it the edge over games like Xenoverse 1 and 2. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot actually has a lot going for it despite its overwhelming cons. Anyhow, what are my thoughts about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot in this video game review here today? Well, I'll tell you guys. For Mr. Wii Reviews episode 33, we will be reviewing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Let's get this video game review started, shall we? And I'm pumped as heck! Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is such a fun video game. It takes a new approach and a new perspective on the original Dragon Ball Z story. The fights in this video game are a lot more fun to experience. The open world exploration in this video game is excellent. And not only that, giving the player the option to grind health and other skills really gives a lot of versatility to this video game as well. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot has a lot of positives, but if I were to talk about the things that really bothered me about this video game, there are quite a few. Farming for experience in this video game literally took way longer than it should. I know you can use soul emblems on King Kai to make the experience rate faster, but there's no freaking reason why I should be spending 3 to 4 freaking hours grinding for one stupid freaking level! Come on, game! Don't do this to me! Ugh! Another criticism I have with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is how the game randomly gives a lot of players a crap ton experience throughout the story. Now, some may see it as convenient, but I see it as literally freaking lazy. Maybe if you put all that focus on giving more XP rates or farming enemies, this game could literally feel like more of an RPG in my opinion. Do you guys really want me to go further with more of the cons of this video game? Well, sure, why the heck not? Also, what bothers me about this video game too is that the fights can get way too damn difficult at times. If you are leveled up high enough, you will get the shit kicked out of you time and time again. And let me say this, I've lost so many damn fights in this game that when I do grind, I can't because the XP rates are way too damn low. This game also encourages you to do side quests, and I have to say this, some of them are really cool and offer a different experience when playing this video game, but man, if you skip those side quests, good freaking luck because you can't go back to them, which is another criticism I have of this freaking stupid video game 2. That's literally 5 criticisms I just laid out to you guys in the span of 2 freaking minutes. I'm sorry. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is an excellent video game, but this game has a lot of noticeable flaws, and as a video game reviewer, it's my job to talk about them. And woo, there's quite a bit. But I have to say this, for what it's worth, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot altogether, despite its frustrations, really gave me an amazing experience when playing this video game, and despite all of the criticisms I just laid out to you guys, I can't deny that this is the best Dragon Ball Z game I've played in years in my opinion. And yes, I am wholeheartedly being serious. So what are my final thoughts about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a very fun video game. The open world sandbox exploration in this game is phenomenal. And not only that, giving the player so many options to grow your abilities when it comes to fishing I think is really cool. And all in all, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot from a visual perspective is just excellent. But like I said, this game has a lot of cons honestly. Leveling up takes way too long and the fights can get downright difficult at times. But for what it's worth, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot gave me a solid experience all in all through. So the final score that I am going to give Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is a 7 out of 10. I really feel that this is a great video game, and like I said, this video game was able to implement an open sandbox world like not any other Dragon Ball Z game has done in the past, and that in my opinion is truly an impressive feat. Anyhow, thank you so much guys for watching this video game review, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.